your political theater to Texas.
This is not about political theater.
And it was more political theater than anything.
It's nothing more than pure political theater.
It's pure political theater.
Yeah, I forgot to update the intro. Welcome, everybody. It is Political Theater with Dr. T. Dr. H will be here in a second. Can everybody hear me okay? I can't find my AirPods. I do have my Beats, which are aptly named I'll Beat Your Ass. I'm never getting monetized. We just have to understand that for what it is. YouTube put me through a training and was like, do you know that you can't stream third-party stuff without permission? I was like, yes, I do. Shut up. Leave me alone. And we curse too much. I curse too much. I don't know. Dr. Hall seems pretty on the level. You know, he seems like he's a good guy. I've gotten to know him over the last year. You know, I love when, you know, people are in my audience and they speak up and they connect. We connect on social media. We get to know each other. We network. We can work together. So I guess I'll pull him to the stage.
What up? What up?
Put a one in the chat if you think he should stay for the whole show.
Hey,
you know, we just
I haven't even done it.
We have to check the temperature in the room.
Check the temperature. It might be a Dr. T show and not a Dr. T and Dr. H show.
No, I think you'll be fine.
First time.
First of all, how are you?
Doing pretty good. I'm a little under the weather.
Oh, you're a little under the weather. What's going on? You got the vid?
Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I've been feeling sluggish for a week now, and now I'm either on the way up or back on further down.
Have you tested for the vid?
I have not taken the test yet. I should do that.
Oh, wow.
I bought one. I bought a test from the Walgreens, and I just haven't stuck it up my nose yet.
Hey, wait a minute. The good pastor's here.
Hey,
Patrick, how are you, love? Southside Chicago represent. Chicago, what up? Anybody here from Chicago? Anybody here from a city that is being currently terrorized by the United States government? Oh,
we're all being terrorized.
They gave you a 2. You got a 2 because you haven't tested for COVID.
Oh no.
You know, and you know. Okay. All right, y'all. So listen, we do have a lot to talk about. Be sure to let people know. Matter of fact, let me put in the Instagram, tell people to come on over to YouTube because that's where the magic happens.
Magic happens.
Dr. Hall, can you, while I'm doing this, can you entertain people?
Sure.
Okay.
How's everybody doing as we slide into fascism and despair? People keeping themselves within community with others and connecting and not pulling their hair out every 5 minutes when some new thing comes across their screen. Okay. It's a very good time to employ your coping skills and your connections so that you can manage and navigate this crazy world as it continues to be so absurd.
Wow. Thank you for that good word. We appreciate it. All right, so let's get into it. So, you know, we got some quick hits. We got some things that's going on in the news. So one of the ones that I found incredibly interesting, especially in light of this whole Jeffrey Epstein, the Epstein files thing, which we all have to kind of collectively say, release the files, right? Like at this point, like the man has said it's a hoax. He said it was a Democratic hoax. He said it never happened. He acts like he never knew the guy.
Never knew each other. We were good friends
as
until
if we don't see
pictures of them together.
As if we don't see pictures and videos. And
Trump has never been afraid to lie about what he's caught doing on video. He ain't never been.
Donald Trump absolutely will lie through his yellow teeth. Yes, he will.
He will be like, no, it ain't me. He will pull a Shaggy defense. Right.
Okay. So all of that is related, but here's the thing. So here's what happened, folks. Donald Trump issued an executive order to allow punishments for countries wrongfully detaining U.S. citizens. Okay. He said that a designation for state sponsors of wrongful detention in a move that would allow the U.S. to punish countries that illegally detain U.S. nationals or take them hostage. Now, first of all, you know, they ain't got nothing to do with us. They don't care about us.
Nope.
They will leave us hanging.
Yep.
Shout out to Brittany Griner. I just want to make it clear to everyone.
They do not mean Black Americans.
They do not mean African Americans, first generation niggas, y'all neither. They don't care.
All you ADOSs out there.
All you
I'm sorry.
Not the FBA.
Well, hey.
Doc, I am sober right now. This is
look, we're gonna do it. We're doing it sober.
This is all natural me right now.
Okay.
So this doesn't apply to us, just so we know.
No.
Latinos, if you darker than a paper bag, it don't apply to you either. Do you have a little bit of something in your voice? It don't apply.
A little bit of seasoning to the voice.
A little bit of sazon.
Yeah.
A little bit of sofrito.
Right. You're a fan of tahini.
Asians, it might work for you.
I mean,
Asian women, if your husband is white, it might work for
South
you.
Korea, so maybe not.
What?
Well,
gosh, I was gonna get there.
Well, I'm just saying.
Okay, but let me.
Go ahead.
Give me no black.
Let's work through the docket.
Listen. We have a docket. Can we please act like it?
Let's do it.
So here's my theory.
Your theory. Tinfoil hat time or just?
Actually.
Allegedly. There we go.
Wait, we gotta put. Because they can't. I don't want them suing me.
Right.
We're already dealing with enough lawsuits.
Right.
Listen, when they do release these files, people are gonna be on the run.
You think?
Understand what I mean?
I think some bodies.
They are going to flee.
I think some bodies might drop.
They are gonna flee.
And
they're gonna run to other countries like Roman Polanski did.
Oh, well, they got the money.
And Trump is saying, "Don't go after my people, my pedophile child assault ring."
No.
Because we will bomb you if you try to illegally detain somebody that I am blackmailing. Right now.
Right. We will use the Department of War is waiting for you to mess up.
The Department of War.
Yeah. It's very country run by Suge Knight.
Do you need this hat?
No, I mean. Maybe.
Not Suge Knight.
Hey.
Not Suge Knight. What is wrong with you?
Suge Knight.
What is wrong with you? We got what up? Instagram. I see you over there, Calvin, my good guy from Gary, Indiana. Gary, Indiana is in the building. Maxine, I see you. I see you all.
I think it'll be all up in the videos.
I do need this hat because we're talking.
Okay.
So that's what I think that's part of. He's gonna say it's about something else, but I'm telling you.
Well, also he's like the shot against North Korea.
Yeah.
Is very much there might be retaliation. So he's got to get out ahead of that with what limited powers he's able to exercise, and everybody treats his power like it's legitimate, even though he's just writing random stuff up.
I need everybody to understand that it is better here in the YouTube because the comments are here. So if you are on Instagram and you see it's only like 7 people, it's because everybody's over here on the YouTube. Yeah. So you got to come and join us.
Having the good time.
All right. So yes, it's so much better. All right. So, but that is really what it is, right? Yeah. So the United States has ostracized so many nations and so many heads of states and has insulted so many people. And there are so many Americans abroad, right? We have the most military outposts in the world.
Less than before, but yes, we're still out there in them streets.
We're still out there. Yeah. And so the retaliation factor. Right. Also, India, Russia, and China just formed an alliance.
They're shaking hands and laughing.
They're going to take us out.
I mean, take out. How do we mean the word take out?
Might want to reconsider those teaching positions in China.
They're
especially
so lucrative. They're so lucrative.
They are.
They be offering premium bucks to be teaching over there.
They do.
And they give you housing stipends. Like you
actually just saw a position in Hong Kong. They're looking for a professor to teach social justice classes. I was like, wait.
Maybe. I mean, your kids at college, you got options.
Well, okay, let's get through the docket.
You've been thinking about leaving America behind for a little bit?
I have been. Let's get through the docket. All right.
Docket.
So anyway, the actual EO says the United States must strengthen efforts to protect U.S. nationals from wrongful detention abroad. The United States government is committed to using every tool available to curb this coercive tactic used by the foreign adversaries and must hold such adversaries to account. I just want to point out they went from the United States to the U.S. to the United States. Bring back the Department of Education, please. These people cannot write. This is an executive order.
I mean, I think that's ChatGPT, to be honest.
But ChatGPT don't even fuck up don't even mess up like that.
Look, monetization, man. Monetization.
I'm never getting monetized.
I know, we're trying now. We're gonna get
okay, anyway, it says no American should fear be taken as a political pawn by rogue states. Rogue states at this point could be any country in the world because everybody hates us.
Hey, we be pushing.
Wrongful detentions are an affront to the rule of law and aim to undermine our leadership on the world stage. The United States will not tolerate these attacks on our sovereignty and U.S. nationals. Again, with the United States-U.S. thing. So that's where we are, folks. That's where we are. His executive orders mean nothing. They're vanity projects, but, you know, it is what it is. Yeah. Okay. All right. So what's up next? We got some SCOTUS decisions.
SCOTUS decisions?
Supreme Court of the United States. Instagram, I hope you all are doing well. Come on over to YouTube. So which one we want to talk about first? The $4 billion?
$4 billion in foreign aid. Money we,
so,
of course, promised.
You want to tell people what this one is about? I'm trying to give you some more time. Like,
give me time to talk.
Trying to share the stage a little bit.
I mean, this is your show.
How is he doing, y'all? Like, one, if he's doing okay, or two, if maybe I should go back to running the show.
You're gonna drop me? We're not even. We're 12 minutes into the show.
I'm just, you know. Anyway, so
Even
what's happening now?
Who's supposed to do federal funding? Trump had said since he was sworn in, shutting down congressional budgets and funding. And so he said he wanted to withhold $4 billion in foreign aid and will spend another $6.5 billion that Congress appropriated. And so there's currently a lawsuit being led by the Global Health Council to get that funding kicked back on.
Yeah, and it's not a final decision, right? So they said that it's basically a hold while the Supreme Court decides what the next steps are.
Right.
But this is Supreme Court. So this is, I mean, incredibly problematic. We know this, right? The foreign aid that we have, for one, it's humanitarian. It's the right thing to do. You're a wealthy nation. You're supposed to help other nations that don't have the same resources, right? USAID, I know folks that work for USAID out there doing amazing work, literally saving lives every day, curbing the spread of HIV and AIDS, other diseases as well, getting people vaccinations, treatments, things like that, helping women develop microfinancing and be able to start businesses so that they are not under the thumb of patriarchy and abuse, right? Supporting, just supporting people planting trees and, improving the environment, all the wonderful things that amazing workers from the United States have dedicated their lives to, and they need that money. Now, $4 billion is not a lot of money. I just comparatively, right? It's more money than the United States.
World. Yeah.
Right. Compared to what the United States spends on defense, it's literally a penny. Like it's a penny compared to what we spend on defense. But that $4 billion goes a long way. Particularly when the U.S. dollar is strong. The U.S. dollar ain't as strong as
plummeting.
Somebody had a GoFundMe and they lived in Canada, and I went to give them money, and I had to give it was like $75 for $50 in Canadian dollars. Okay, so the USD is showing struggle. Okay, but even still,
hard out here.
even still, 4 billion USD saves lives.
Yes.
Okay.
And maintain
Botswana,
alliances.
Maurice says Botswana's government hospitals are collapsing because they relied on USAID.
Mhm.
This is what we're hearing, right? Of course, the continent of Africa is, deeply affected by this. And here's the thing. Here's the thing that gets me, Dr. Hall. Now, Berlin Conference. Do people know what the Berlin Conference is? If you don't, it's when all these not superpowers, but all these Europeans got together and they decided to break up Africa. And decided to decide, well, you get this country, you get this country, you get this country, and that kind of thing.
Forever. You're just going to be able to live off their resources and money forever.
Right. So we're seeing something similar happen now, with Russia as a key player and China as a key player. And the U.S. was once a key player. Barry was trying to have us at the table to be the imperialist, exploitative nation that we are. However, Trump decides to call these shithole countries, decides to disparage them, decides to pull out, decides to say, no, we're not going to do anything over there. Which honestly, if we're, if I were to allow for any of this to be okay, let's play along. That's really stupid. Okay.
Yeah.
Africa, the continent of Africa, the
continent.
wealthiest continent on the planet.
Resource-rich continent. Yeah.
Resource-rich. The UAE steals their gold from Africa. That's why they're so rich. Some 7 families up there. Everybody's eating off of Africa. Everything. We're using devices that are powered by Africa. Okay.
Yes.
Like this is what they all know. And the United States had the opportunity to be a major player because of our powers and things like that. But because of racism, Trump's anti-blackness.
I mean, they would call it
right. But also,
America first.
Don't nobody hate niggas like Donald Trump.
I mean,
maybe David Duke.
I mean,
is he still with us? Is David Duke still with us? Is he still alive?
He might have passed.
David Duke is no. David Duke ain't dead, is he? Still alive. He's 75.
Is he? Oh, look at that.
He's born the same year as my dad.
I don't know. So yeah, he's, according to the Wikipedias, he's still out.
Listen. So, right. But so what's happening then is that Russia is going in, China is going in, China's bringing their workers over. We just talked about Ibrahim Traore. He wants Russia to come in and educate the Burkinabe people who have a median age of 17.7. Easy to exploit, easy to control. Like, that's ridiculous. Like, and we're taking money out. And now, again, not all that money was going to Africa.
No, it was going to the world.
Getting mad. It's foreign aid.
Pretty sure that Africa was at the top of that list that they stopped sending.
Come on, exactly. The first places they decided. And part of that, again, where we're talking about culling the population. Don't give them money to stop the spread of preventable diseases. Let the diseases kill them. Because when you kill the people, then it makes it easier to take over the land.
And the resources. What is it for? Resources.
Right. So we see what's happening, what's going on. All right. So the next one is the one that everybody's been talking about today. Racial profiling.
Racial profiling.
All right.
Codified now. Ain't no stopping us now.
Ain't no stopping us now. We're on the move. We're going to strip you of every right you got. No stopping us now. We're on the move in our unmarked cars. We're going to snatch you off the street.
Right. Masked up.
If you say, yeah.
If you're brown.
Yeah. You're going down.
Going down. If you got an accent.
You speaking Spanish?
You're
going to vanish.
Yep.
Hey. Off the dome.
There you go.
I'm not even hot.
Look, see.
All right, so let's read through what it said, right? So they were According to New York Times, it says, weighing what was reasonable. Justice Kavanaugh, let's all remind everybody that hold on. Got to get the...
Allegedly.
Justice Kavanaugh is a serial rapist. Not a serial. He's a rapist. Participated in at least raping one woman with a group of his friends.
I like beer.
Yeah, I like beer.
I've had beers with my friends.
Justice Beer Kavanaugh.
Yeah.
Doesn't Kavanaugh sound like a goddamn beer brand?
Yeah. Justice Kager.
Because why we got one Kagan on there. Anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Weighing on what was reasonable, Justice Kavanaugh said that agents must be allowed to rely on their experience in dealing with the problem that millions of foreign people are unlawfully living in the United States. He portrayed the harm to people who are stopped and questioned despite being lawfully in the United States, including citizens, as modest. He says, as for the stops of those individuals who are legally in the country, the questioning in those circumstances is typically brief, and those individuals may promptly go free after making clear to the immigration officers that they are U.S. citizens or otherwise legally in the United States. We know that is a damn lie.
Hey, guy, relax. We never arrest people who are supposed to be here legally. Never.
That Asian lady, wasn't she a student or a med student or something like that? They held her for several days, and her father, I believe, is like a pastor or something like that, or an activist. And that's why she got released, because the community came together and basically was like, we've finna run on you if you don't release her. Now think about all the people who don't have that kind of community support, Dr. Hall.
A Supreme Court justice said nobody's being bothered. So, I mean, he knows very well that stop and frisk harms no one. So...
we know that American citizens have been detained.
Yes.
They have not. It hasn't been about, oh, let me show you this. We've seen enough videos of this, of them being beaten after saying I'm a citizen, and they're like, it doesn't matter. We have seen these people saying,
so you go to
they saying it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
right. And it's worse towards the end of the month because they do have quotas, and they're basically operating of the, look, we just got a quota to fill. You know, you can beat it. I saw that one video where the guy was like, look, you know, we're not the ones to take it up with. You don't have no issue. You take it up with them and you'll be fine. He's literally saying this.
Right. I just got to take you in. Whatever happens.
I just got to take you in and mark a checkbox.
Right. Say I did it. I'm not complicit. I'm just doing my job. Isn't that what you say? Can't wait for the Nuremberg trials for the ICE agents.
Said won't end there. K. Miller says won't end there. We'll all be needing to walk around with our night passes. Correct.
Hey, you're gonna need to have your birth certificate on deck.
So so the pass law, right, under apartheid, right? But it's been in America, okay? That's what people need to understand. So much of the racism in the world is modeled after what the Americans were doing for centuries, right? So
our number one export.
So I said to this guy, you know, of course, the white leftist guys who seem to forget that Black people exist. I said, you know, he was talking about, you know, this is just like Nazi Germany. I said, why do you all keep going to Nazi Germany? The United States forced Black people, African Americans, to walk around with freedom papers or passes. And then after the Fugitive Slave Act passed, it didn't really matter. Come on, Solomon had a whole story, 12 years a slave. It did not matter. And that's the thing that gets me, is that, like, we talk about fighting fascism and all these things, and you don't even know basic American history. Like, that pisses me off. How you don't know basic American history? You want to always look to Nazi Germany. Nazi Germany took after us. Hitler took after us. Hitler even said that y'all shit is too messed up. I'm not even that bad. I'm just going to smoke them all real quick. You all are giving them prolonged generational torture. I'm just going to... I
mean, America.
Shout out to my Jewish friends, my disabled people, my queer people, my Black people, all people who were represented among the 11 million that were exterminated by the Nazis. Sending my love. I'm not making a joke or making light of this. As you can see, I'm talking about niggas needing passes too. We're all in this together. So please don't be like, oh my God, she's being anti-Semitic. No, I'm not.
We're saying these are atrocities.
No, because I'm just saying, y'all love to throw that shit at black people because of your own anti-blackness, and you try to find anti-Semitism and everything that we say. I'm saying the nigga cooked folks over 6 years.
They used to cook us too.
And they cooked us too.
Oh, yeah, tar and feathering. And whatnot.
You know, like put us in hot boxes, put us in fucking barrels with spikes, and would roll us down the hill. Okay.
I mean, what you're saying, to be honest, learning American history makes me sad. So I'd rather remember it like in the Disney version. Uncle Remus.
The PragerU version.
Yeah, Uncle Remus. The slaves, you know. Otherwise, they would never have been civilized. They needed
Instagram.
the white man.
There's still a few people hanging on Instagram. And I want you to stop. I want you to leave and come.
The one thing that America will take credit for is antebellum racism.
They will.
Number one.
They will. I made a post. I said, wait, actually, I should look up that post because it was actually really good. But anyway, can you do me a solid and read? Can you read?
I believe so. What am I
the
reading?
Part where the actual decision. So I put the copy in the docket of the decision. Yeah, can you do that? Because I'm just going to look for something real quick.
Go ahead. So the government estimates that at least 15 million people in the United States are in the United States illegally, many millions illegally entered or illegally overstayed. Just in the last few years, illegal immigration is especially pronounced in the Los Angeles area. Among other locales in the United States, about 10% of the people in Los Angeles region are illegally in the United States, which is so weird considering United States, LA, California didn't used to be the United States.
Oh, talk about it.
I mean, you know, the Spanish really originally colonized that area. But what are we talking about here?
What are we talking about?
So many of those people, many indigenous people and Spanish-speaking people were there before America decided they needed to fight over the territory. Meaning about 2 million illegal immigrants out of the total population of 20 million people. And so why not inconvenience, you know, a good portion of 20 million people to get to 2 million people who might be not bothering anyone. But anyway, not surprising, given these extraordinary numbers. U.S. immigration officers have prioritized immigration enforcement in the Los Angeles area. The government sometimes makes brief investigative stops. It's just brief. It's just a stop. They're just going to pull you over to the side, question you. What's the big deal? What's the big deal? If you're not doing anything wrong, you have nothing to hide.
They always say that. They always like, well, if you're not doing anything wrong, you don't have a problem.
They're not
doing something wrong by existing as a black person.
Right.
In the United States, being black means you are inherently wrong.
Well, are you?
Anyway,
you're making a big deal about this. This is what you black people always do.
Yellow nigga.
Sometimes makes brief investigative stops to check the immigration status of those who appear to gather in location where people are hired for day jobs. Are they criminals or are they hiring for day jobs? Are they workers or are they criminals? But if you make people illegal, you can change how we look at what a person is doing. Who work or appear to work in jobs such as construction, landscaping, agriculture, car washes that often do not require paperwork and are therefore attractive to illegal immigrants. Jobs that Americans typically do not want and cannot do and don't do.
It's not even about just, oh, I don't want that. That's beneath me. I can't do this because I was never trained in this, because we always assumed that immigrant workers or migrant workers or undocumented people would do them so that we don't have to. They can't pick strawberries. They can't pick strawberries.
And therefore attracted to illegal immigrants who do not speak much, if any, English. If officers learn that the individual they stopped is a U.S. citizen or otherwise lawfully in the United States, they promptly let them go. No problems. They just let them walk away. It's never a problem. It's not like they've in any way violated their personal civil rights. That, as far as I can tell from up here in my ivory tower of the Supreme Court. If the individual is illegally in the United States, the officers may arrest the individual and initiate a process for removal. Immigration stops based on reasonable suspicion of illegal presence, just looking brown, having an accent.
That's it.
And being at Home Depot could get you out of here.
I could be on my phone talking to someone in Spanish.
Why would you do that?
And they can decide
like you don't want
that I, with my brown skin,
too brown,
and my Spanish.
Hey, why?
They need to request my ID. And here's what I want to say. Sidebar. Because, you know, I'm still working on this like stuff with the hospital, whatever. And so like getting in the final paperwork for the aid. And they were like, oh, we need to see proof that you're a U.S. citizen. I sent them my real ID. Wasn't the whole point of the real ID to confirm citizenship?
Wasn't
that
it?
they were requiring people for this to be able to fly. And in order to get it, you had to basically do the same thing you had to do to get a passport, which I have is also. Yeah. But I was like, if I sent you my real ID, that is my proof of citizenship. It's got the little star in it. And I just wanted people to point out that there's a goddamn star on it, like the Star of David. That's some weird shit, but it's okay.
No.
It's okay. No, it's some weird shit.
No.
Weird shit.
Why are you're always doing this?
It's weird shit. But anyway, they would not accept it. They said that was not good enough.
What is
that
it?
I have to give my passport or my birth certificate. I just want to point that out.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. What that says to me is that I can be, and somebody had a real ID because I saw it. I remember the video. A guy had a real ID. And they were like, that doesn't matter. You're coming with us. Hey. So none of this shit matters.
Another department.
They were doing this before SCOTUS, but now
SCOTUS
did you finish reading? I wasn't listening.
We stopped again. However, in this case, the district court enjoined U.S. immigration officers from making investigative stops in the Los Angeles area when the stops are based on the following factors or combination of factors: presence at particular location, your Home Depots, your agriculture center. Oh, they say it: laborer pickup sites, agricultural sites, the type that one does speak Spanish and speaking English with an accent. Full on said it in here, and apparent race or ethnicity. The government contends that the injunction will substantially hamper its efforts to enforce the immigration laws in the Los Angeles area. The government has therefore asked this court to stay the district court's injunction. To stop an individual for brief questions about immigration status, the government must have reasonable suspicion that the individual is illegally present in the United States. See.
Okay, pause. Reasonable suspicion again, folks.
Brown.
You're brown.
Brown. Accent.
Y estás hablando español. That's it. Todo. That's it. That's all it takes.
You like tacos?
You know what?
You like elote?
Put a 1 in the chat if he gets to stay off of some racist shit like that. Put a 2 in the chat if we kick him out. Because why did he bring up tacos?
Because obviously
Black men always want to bring up tacos. If you look at their dating apps, it's always like, I love tacos. I know the best place to get tacos. Now you want to talk about the Mexicans, and it's why you had to put Mexican with tacos. How come you didn't say elote?
I did say elote.
You didn't say maíz.
I'm sorry, I don't know what that is.
That's corn.
Oh, there we go.
You didn't learn that in 3rd grade?
I was bad at
What were y'all doing in Thanksgiving time when y'all were doing the Thanksgiving with the hand thing and you didn't learn about mice?
Yes, we did. We did learn. I just you said it in a way that it didn't ring the ear.
Porque no me comprendes. That's why, because you don't fucking speak Spanish. So you're going to be fine because you're light skinned and you don't speak Spanish.
Yes.
Pero entonces, people like me
the
who could just randomly be speaking Spanish at any time.
It's going to be a brief exchange, Dr. T. Brief exchange. And then they'll let you go. You won't feel at all bothered by armed officers in masks jumping out of a van and talking and grabbing you and throwing you into the van handcuffed. That's not going to bother. Who does that bother?
I got to stick to speaking nigger.
Yeah.
I got to stick to speaking nigger.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I ain't even know what they're talking about, man. They wasn't know speaking Spanish with me. Like, I got to be extra ignorant with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Okay, so what else is on the docket? Let's keep going.
Yeah. So if
I wanted to read this. I wanted to read what I wrote on Threads earlier today. I'm going to share this with you all.
Okay.
So I said this: if you're a descendant of post-Holocaust Jewish immigrants, Ellis Island immigrants, Asian Gold Rush Railroad or post-war immigrants, you are here because of American racism, specifically anti-Blackness and anti-Mexican or Latinidad and capitalism. They opened the borders to invite white people to whiten the country, to maintain control in the Middle East, so-called Middle East, and to bring in so-called docile people they believed they could control. Yes. And white men needed to satiate their Asian women fetishes. I said what I said.
You said what she said.
I'm not lying. I know this because I teach this. That's why. I teach it. Okay, so my next thread.
Wrote it down at the time. That's always the thing when you try to take away from no, America's not like that. They wrote it down at the time. They were proud of these opinions.
They were proud of this.
Yeah, this is the great white race. We need to protect who we
They
are.
made laws about this.
Yes.
They wrote books about this.
Right.
They published newspapers about this.
Right.
They've never lied.
No, up until now, where they act like it never happened.
Right.
But America's never been able to face its racial issue on the day of. We would like to keep it in the past or a problem for the future. It was always kick the can down the road. Somebody will solve it later.
Yeah. And I said, how dare any of you utter a word about immigration and regulated borders? They hate Jewish people, especially those who pass as one of them. This is an anti-Semitic nation. They don't feel threatened by Asians and have made them into model minorities to add to their numbers. They did a great job of teaching y'all to hate us, and they're using you as pawns in their white supremacist plots. They no longer even consider Asians as, quote, POC, and that's by design. Why? They need to protect their biracial sons. The number one interracial marriage in this country is white man, Asian woman. And that since white men only see women as incubators for their progeny, they need to make sure that there are protections that their half Asian sons won't suffer. See, this is what happens when you think, when you're smart.
You see the Matrix for what it is?
When you see it for what it is. Every white person who passed through Ellis Island did so because the U.S. was afraid of being too black and too Mexican. That's it. That's all. I'm sorry if you never learned that in school, but now you know. Your ancestors didn't enslave mine, but they're here because mine wouldn't leave. So to see some of y'all talking about we need border control or we need better immigration laws is disgusting. How dare you? This nation should not exist, much less tell people they can't be here. Folks really make me sick with this shit. I support the land back movement while also recognizing how rampant anti-blackness is among some Native Americans. African Americans are landless people who have been here longer than most of the folks who hate us, and it's wild when you think about it. I was preaching today.
Yeah, there you go.
I was preaching. I was talking today.
Speak it.
So that's how I'm thinking about this, right? So everybody's like, "Oh my God, they just made it legal to racially profile people." It has always been legal.
Hey, we know
to racially profile people.
Nice.
Come on, it's always been legal to racially profile people. What are you all even talking about?
Criminality. You gotta
this is what I don't understand. Like, I'm just tired of people being ignorant.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
to be fair and balanced.
Yeah.
Really, it could be
all right.
Realities.
So I want to share. I know we talked about this a little bit, but I want to share this a bit. Let me share my screen, folks.
Do it.
I haven't done this in a while. I'm here. All right, so let's talk about these farmers.
Oh, the farmers.
Yeah. Oh, we got to skip.
To their.
Good evening to you. We begin tonight with hundreds of struggling Arkansas farmers pleading for emergency federal funding amid a farm economy crisis.
Channel 7's Andrew Mobley attended a meeting between farmers and federal officials earlier today in Brooklyn in northeast Arkansas.
Brooklyn, Arkansas.
Andrew.
Hey, look at that.
Almost everything that could go wrong for Arkansas farmers did go wrong this year. And it's so bad that many are facing bankruptcy or even the closure of farms that have been passed down for generations. A dismal global market and plunging commodity prices mean there's little to no hope of breaking even for many farmers, even as sky-high input costs rise because of inflation and now tariffs. Not to mention bad weather earlier in the year.
This time last year, the rice price was about 40% higher than it is now. The inputs costs have gone up. So after a horrible year last year, where most farmers in Arkansas Delta lost money, this year's going to be worse.
Though President Trump's Big Beautiful Bill provided a much-needed update to safety net subsidies for farmers, they won't see those federal dollars until late next year.
I'm sorry. It's hard for me to take seriously any of these reporters that actually call it the Big Beautiful Bill with any kind of sincerity.
That's what he told him to call it.
Here, by which time that as many as 1/4 or even 1/3 of Arkansas farmers will face bankruptcy or be forced to leave the business amid the crisis the American ag economy is currently in.
Wait, Katie's here. She's not feeling well.
Katie.
Everybody send Katie some well wishes. You know we love her over here. Good to see you.
It's already taken its toll this year.
I'm a sixth-generation farmer from Newport, and we made a decision to go out this year in the spring. So my son will not be the seventh generation on our farm.
Wow.
5 of my customers have committed suicide.
Oh my God.
That's how serious that this is.
Okay, I don't know if you all watched this. Like, 5 people have committed suicide, taken their own lives because of this crisis. Okay, let's keep going.
Today, Arkansas farmers gathered to share their struggles with staffers from the state's congressional delegation.
Look at how white that room is. I'm sorry, I just want to shout out Black farmers who have been sounding the alarm on this very thing for many years because they were already experiencing this, right?
Delegation waiting for Arkansas lawmakers on Capitol Hill and the governor to convince President Trump to provide emergency funding to help them make it to next year.
We have to have ad hoc payments right now to make it through this year.
If there's no emergency funding this year, there will be 1 out of 3 farmers will file bankruptcy.
That's
their cries for help did not appear to fall on deaf ears.
We're going to take your message. We're going to get it back to
DC.
Brother.
Brother.
Get you the help.
Wait a minute now.
My brother is struggling.
That's how bad it is for Black farmers. Look at your man's dome.
Oh.
The stress done snatched.
Oh no.
I will never see God.
Until the federal government steps in to save them, farmers have no one to turn to but God.
Farmers, in my opinion, here, Lord, and it's only my opinion, are closer to thee than anyone else on this.
They're praying to God, but that man right there, let them know that they were all abandoned by God.
Yeah. Hey, they prayed to God when they wanted Trump to win too. Which prayer do they want God to answer?
Absolutely. They prayed for Trump to win, and he won.
Yeah.
And now you're praying for deliverance from the thing that you asked for. That's like the genie. The genie gives you 3 wishes. You wish for that shit. Yeah, you gotta live with it.
You gotta live with the consequences.
We can't help what's happening to us.
It's hard not to be moved by the cries of the people who put food on your table. On your side,
they don't put food on America's table. They put food on Chinese.
Thanks so much. And in a joint statement.
All right. So,
that's going out of the country.
So,
they're still employed beings to China.
Right. And so this is, the issue is that it's like, okay, they want to have empathy, but these are the people that voted for him. Right. And so, yes, we're all going to pay for these bad decisions. Right. We're going to pay for this because the prices of our groceries are going up. Yep. Here's the thing. I want to make sure everybody's very clear that they are letting food rot. There's food that is sitting in trucks and it's not being moved because they arrested and detained and deported and kidnapped all of the truck drivers, all the people that were picking everything. So the food is either rotting on the vine, over harvested because they can't get people to harvest it, or it's getting stuck in the trucks because there's nobody to drive it, or they're dumping it. And that's the thing that I always hate to see, the way that the United States wastes food, Dr. Hall. It's
an epidemic.
Ebony, I'm about to kick you off my show. So you can't say stuff like this. But shout out to them because they actually work a little bit because I started using them around my edges and they're starting to come in a little bit. So the secret drops actually really work. I'm not even gonna lie. I would show y'all know I have alopecia, but actually I've been using them shits for 2 weeks and I got hair growing. So Beyonce actually, one of her business ventures is actually working. So shout out to that. They destroyed the food as well. Yes. Yeah, they did. They're destroying food. There are people that are starving in this nation. And they, instead of making sure that these people are getting the food, instead of allowing the charities and the organizations that actually their mission is to recover food before it is wasted and to distribute it, they're just doing that, right? That's foretelling. I need people to understand that, they're getting us accustomed to this. They're hoping to get us to a point where we're okay with that, where that becomes normal to us and that we're not outraged when we see an entire truck of oranges just sitting there rotting. There should be protests and we should be storming the state capitol anywhere that happens. Come on.
Look at you wanting to
Yes, we are seeing lack
of.
Can
you give me a hashtag? Maybe if you give me a hashtag, I could put the hashtag on my social media and that'll be enough, right?
Dr. Hall, I'm about to
we should get bans. Let's get some bans. Let's make some bands, and we could wear the bands as the symbolic support of farmers and food waste, and a hashtag, and a color. Food is green. We should go with green.
Green is autism and mental health, I think. Or no, autism is the puzzle pieces.
Yeah,
mental health is mental. You would say green for mental health.
Yeah.
You goddamn psychologist.
I'm just saying. Hashtag.
Anyway. All right. So let's go into this one. Hold on.
I'm pretty sure there's one who's gonna take that idea and run with it.
Wow. Hold on 1 second because I want to make sure that everybody can hear this. I'm trying to pause this. Why is it not pausing? All right, well, let's just share this.
Because is that the thing you're watching on Threads?
Yeah, that's okay. Because Threads doesn't let you do that, right?
And much lesser.
Here we go.
No crime. They said crime's down. There's no crime. They said crime's down 87%. I said, no. It's more than 87%. Virtually nothing. And much lesser things that take place in the home, they call crime. You know, they'll do anything they can to find something. If a man has a little fight with the wife, they say this was a crime. See? So now I can't claim 100%.
Is it the nation is under a scourge of crime that he needs to send the National Guard to cities around the country? Or is it that the guy who beat up and raped Ivanka doesn't see domestic violence as a crime? Allegedly. It was in a book. I didn't pull that out of nowhere.
You about to get my show kicked off.
Sorry. Which is it, though?
Can you warn me before you make allegations?
I'm sorry. It wasn't an allegation. It was in our book.
I know that. I'm just saying.
I'm sorry. My apologies.
He was never convicted of it, so we have to say there's an allegation.
Unfortunately.
Anyway, allegedly. Yeah. So, yes. So everybody heard that, right? Purple is actually, you said lupus and migraine is also domestic violence. So right?
There we go.
No, so I just want to make sure that everybody heard what was just said, that that Donald Trump thinks a man gets into a little fight with his wife and
never a crime. Never a crime.
And it's not a crime.
Never.
Somebody on Instagram said autism is the infinity symbol. That's polyamory too. I saw a lady today with a shirt that had a heart and it had the infinity symbol. I was like, oh, she nasty. But now you're telling me it might be autism. I'm sorry, I'm adjusting my titties, y'all, while I'm sitting here because it was falling out a little bit. I'm sorry, Dr. Hall. I didn't mean to sexually harass you like that.
Well, I'm just saying, where's the HR?
You decided to be here, so
yeah,
here we are. So yeah, folks. He said that the domestic violence basically isn't a crime. A man gets into a little fight with his wife.
You shouldn't count it. You should never count it.
Shouldn't be counted as crime.
I mean, considering how many cops are perpetrators of domestic violence.
Police officers have a domestic violence rate twice the national average.
So, I mean,
So I still don't understand how in 2025 people date cops.
I mean,
they're violent. They were shoved in lockers during high school, so they were losers.
No.
They're short. No. And they don't make money unless they're on the take.
I mean,
so why are you choosing to be with a cop?
They get a lot of overtime.
I get a lot of likes on dating apps, and in their employment says law enforcement, and I'm like, fuck out of here.
I mean, some of those people are just security. So
never getting monetized. Never getting monetized.
I try.
It's hard to talk about pigs without, the F word.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I got something else for y'all. Hopefully this doesn't mess with my Instagram thing. So hold on. Let's see. Let me share my screen because you all got to see this. All right. So here we go.
Israel is the only place where we're respected and protected.
And I can attest to that as a Christian who went to Israel. I spent 2 weeks there with the church, and we had an incredible time. We had only one incident where a small child spit on one of the pastors, and immediately after, there was an adult that came by and said, "That's not a representation of who we are. We love you guys. You guys are always welcome here." And I have to say, no adults gave us any grief. We had no issues whatsoever, and our experience there, it was actually an amazing experience.
In Israel, if you actually...
I'm sorry.
Wait, what?
Sorry.
What?
Dr. Hall, did you hear what I have to tell you?
I think what?
Brandon Orlando Tatum. Okay, he's a pig. He is a conservative YouTuber. Okay. There are few people who get kind of attention like that who are, worse than he is. He's absolutely a horrible person. He was born in 1987. I don't know. We gotta.
Oh, he's a full cop. Okay.
I don't know what happened with this millennials. He's a cop. No, he's in Fort Worth, Texas.
What happened?
So
we removed third spaces. We removed cultural teachings, and so they were left to raise themselves. And fall into the alt-right pipeline because they needed strong male role models or something. And I mean, why not?
Yes.
And hate.
He played football for 5 years at the University of Arizona.
No, out in Arizona.
5 years. He wasn't drafted. They didn't draft him.
No.
Because he's not a good football player. So he didn't get drafted. He became a cop.
Well,
and he went, let's see. He went viral because at a campaign rally for Donald Trump, he said he felt unsafe because of those. Oh, wait, I got the video. Hold on, folks. We got the video. Let's do it because, oh my God, help me understand these raccoons, please. Hold on. All right. Let's see. Here we go.
He wrote a book called "Being a Black Cop in America Under Siege."
By Parker and Sons.
Oh, did he?
I'm so glad you're here. Our heater quit working.
I got this.
Okay, it's an ad. It's always an ad.
We only hire the best to care for our customers.
It's always an
All
ad.
done. Thanks, Joe. Now, if we could just get a drummer
That's
to
the
complete
state
our
of
80s
news in this
hair
country. There's all these ads.
I got
This is actually a stupid.
Oh wow, it keeps going too.
Wow, he's
You can't
really
skip it.
not your average Joe.
Call Parker and Sons.
It doesn't even let me
You're not
skip
your
it.
Average Joe.
No. You got to learn
Anyway.
about Parker and Sons.
Anyway. Why is it buffering? Is this old? Oh, it's from 2016. So he was young. That's where I remember him from. Because I was like, he looked a little different. Because he put on some weight. And okay. Well, it's ain't nothing but the good ancestors saying don't watch this shit.
Yeah.
So I'm okay.
He also helped make up Blexit. I didn't know that he was also responsible for Blexit with Candace Owens.
Yes, so that's where I think I know him from too, from the Blexit. But anyway, there's this movement among Black evangelicals and kind of conservative and right wingers, where they are starting to align themselves more with Israel, because in their ignorance and low literacy, they seem to believe Israel is like some holy land that needs to be protected because it's holy for the Christians. But that's what the white evangelicals have been pushing, right? What's the one? What's the main one that's doing that shit? What's his name?
Falwell? Are we talking Falwell or the other?
No, it's a politician. But he's right. Somebody in the chat, you know who I'm talking about. Not Cruz. Somebody knows. Anyway, he's really pushing that and believes this is like a thing, and so they're pushing for that. Well, I know Huckabee was the white Latino. I think it's Cruz. But anyway, that's irrelevant. Anyway, they're pushing this because no, it's not Pence, because Pence is an enemy of the state, according to them. They wanted to lynch him, so whatever. But they have this whole idea that like they want to see the Palestinians removed, because then the next step is to remove the Jews, right? And then allow the Christians to come in and reclaim this land as their promised land, right? So it's like a Abrahamic trifecta, like it's a fight. And I said a couple of weeks ago that people don't realize how much of this is a religious war.
That's been going
like
on.
we are like it's been going on. Like we're acting like this is about capitalism. No, this is actually
They've been
a
fighting
religious
this.
war.
Yeah.
And we're not thinking about it in that way. And I don't know why we're not thinking about it in that way, because that's actually more dangerous than anything.
The holy war for the Holy Land.
People fighting over make-believe shit is dangerous.
They've been
Sorry,
doing it.
no, respectfully, y'all. Come on.
Since
Like,
the
you
beginning
know, the faith requires you to believe shit that don't make no sense. Okay, so we just gonna let that be. Y'all know that I don't do this, whatever. But let's talk about it. This idea of faith, people willing to die over their faith, over their spiritual beliefs, over their religious beliefs. We have seen it. The Crusades. We've seen like the Christians go at it. We've seen the Catholics fight. We've seen the Muslims, like we see them all. We see the Jews doing it now. Like let's just say the Israelis. I try not to conflate the Jews with the Israelis, but I should say the Israeli Jews. Okay. Yeah. But like these people are willing to die over whatever this is that they believe in their head.
Yeah.
And these are the same people that always want to talk about mental health issues.
I mean,
you're willing to kill somebody over Sky Daddy.
Manifest destiny.
All three of them, all three groups are willing to kill other human beings over Sky Daddy. So that's why that's dangerous to me. There's no logical reasoning to back this war. There's no sound reasoning to participate in this other than these people believing that their way is the right way and they are entitled to land related to that.
Yeah.
Please somebody get me out of this matrix. Like,
I mean,
what are we doing here?
You actually read the Bible.
I'm smart.
They showed up.
Sorry, like
in that Holy Land.
And I know that a lot of people get prickly when I talk about this, but come on. Even if you are religious, you should at least be anti-theist, meaning that you don't want this theism infiltrating how we live our lives. It's a personal choice. It's what you want to do. So if you believe, if you're okay with them using, you know, these religious beliefs to determine laws and to shape how we're supposed to live, that is wrong.
Yeah.
Wrong. You should not be doing that. Stop hating on my tinfoil. I told y'all I had one.
Yes.
It's Cruz. Yes. Somebody said it's Cruz. Yes, it's him. He's one of the main ones. Yes, because the hypocrisy of it, right? So what happened? This is actually on the docket. The Christian quarter in Gaza was destroyed. I'm going to show you all. Let's look at this really quickly because it's like tragic. Come on, friends. Like this is I'm trigger warning, right? This is horrible. It's with great sadness that we report the Israeli forces have destroyed nearly the entire Christian quarter of Gaza City. This is all that remains of Al Zaytun neighborhood. Only 2 churches remain standing. Like, come on, man. What are we doing? Nothing. And so the Christian, so this is where it doesn't add up for me. Because you have people like Brandon Tatum and others and Senator Cruz and others who are advocating, so they say, on behalf of Christians, but they're okay with the Israeli defense, like not like destroying all the churches.
I mean,
because they like to pretend that there are no Christian Palestinians.
It's happening over there.
Which is ironic because, you know, Christians believe that their way is the right way and everybody, you know, so why wouldn't you believe that your doctrine spread to Palestinian people, right? So they deny that there are Palestinian Christians. They deny that there are Israeli Christians. And should they not be advocating and fighting for their own?
They're over there. There are them.
Dr. Hall, I don't know. I've just really been thinking about that for a second. I want to actually run and get something more to drink, but I don't want to abandon you here because when we have to talk about this. Okay, so you brought up the ADOS people earlier.
Oh, I did? Yes.
And I brought up the FBA. So here's what I want you to do. While I go and refill my drink, can you please educate people on what the ADOS and FBA are? What that means?
I wish I had the thought about
Just
that.
go ahead. They're going to sit and wait with you. It's not a problem. I'll be right back.
Hi, everyone. No dead air. But I have been left again to host the show without Feminista Jones. ADOS people are the people who consider themselves foundational Black people. They are promoting a idea that they are the true Americans and that Black people are like somehow at the center of that Native Americans aren't the true people in this country. I don't actually like. I'm going to struggle with this because literally every time I've tried to read something about it, my eyes cross and I just get upset and I walk away. So I have not gone down the rabbit hole of understanding ADOS. And I have a couple of friends who are like deep into ADOS and bring it up all the time. And I typically, like I said, just avoid those conversations because I can't with them. And so the fact that she kind of threw me onto this topic when I had so many other topics I could have talked about. Yeah, it's a little hard for me to carry this particular conversation. Does somebody else know what FBA is? It's Foundational Black Americans, right? I think I know that part. But all the people who follow these movements typically are annoying people with very grating ideas. And they tend to, yep, Foundational Black Americans. See, I knew that one off the top of my head. I'm going to Google it and see if that helps me. Descendants of Africans who were enslaved in the United States, that their families were here for generations before and after slavery, and are foundational to the building of America's economic, cultural, and social structures.
I'm sorry. I was listening the whole time.
Yeah, and I'm struggling. I'm flailing over here.
You were floundering.
I was, truly, because I was not prepared.
Okay. I got my drink. So
there we go.
So ADOS means American descendant of slavery. So let's already start there. Why that's a problematic term. Okay. So American descendant of slavery. That means you are saying that you and your people began with slavery.
Yes.
Already. That's it. That's the end of your movement.
That's where it begins.
You're too stupid to know better.
Yeah.
You don't get to talk. Okay. And so ADOS was the first folks. What's that chick card? There was two of them. It was a woman and a man, and they were working together on this, and they're completely out of their minds. But the fact that you are identifying yourself as being rooted in slavery, which is a white creation, chattel slavery created by Europeans, that's how you're defining yourself. Yes, Yvette Carnell. I knew it was something with a car or something. Okay. And then, so that's number one. So, and then 1A is that it's grammatically incorrect, right? So just whatever. But their idea is that they are the people who are the descendants of those who were enslaved in chattel slavery, right? And knowing that that is like 406 years, right? At least. And 5 generations a year, that's 20 some odd generations that African Americans have been here, right? So if you think about like how many white people, their family has only been here for 3 generations, maybe. A lot of them came through Ellis Island. We have a lot of first generation. I think 1 out of every 5 Black people or something here is first generation or foreign born, right? So they're talking about a specific group of people. Yes. Okay. And it started as part of the call for reparations.
Yes.
Okay. So, okay, not bad, right? Like we're actually like, listen, I'm giving them some benefit of doubt because I get it. Like, okay, I am Dr. T. I have a doctorate in African American studies, so I'm going to give them a little bit of a benefit, right? Yes, we deserve reparations. Over $1 trillion in labor was stolen from our ancestors. Okay, this nation does not exist without our ancestors building it into what it is. Everywhere you turn, Black people, are responsible in some way for that, right? And before somebody comes, and the Native Americans. Yes, we know.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they exterminated 90% of you and managed to infiltrate and basically try to breed you out like they did in Argentina. I wrote a thing about that, you know. I was like, don't get mad at me. That's just the truth. And then they locked you on reservations and then they forced alcohol addiction onto you. So they've been able in many ways to kind of neutralize Native Americans, right? So they don't actually see Native Americans as any kind of threat or problem, right? The highest rate of interracial intimate partner violence is white men and Native American women, by the way. So I don't know why y'all keep fucking them. Like, I understand anti-blackness. I understand internalized self-loathing. I understand aspirations of whiteness, but I don't understand Native American women continuing to sleep with white men. But anyway, that's a whole other thing. So back to the point. This started as a reparations thing. Yes, we deserve reparations.
Yes.
People talking about, you know, free college, all this. That's cool. We need cash money.
Yeah.
Cash money. Okay. Like I said, over $1 trillion. Okay, do real quick. Do a trillion divided by 44 million. Tell me what you come up with. Right. So anyway, as he's doing that, how much does that come out to per person?
44,000, 400,000.
$400,000 per person.
$4,400,000.
$4,400,000. What the hell are you talking about?
22,727 per person.
Can you say that again, please?
22,727 per person.
So okay, so $22,000. Let's round it up to $23,000. Right now, every black person, including everybody else. But I'm gonna include everybody. See, I don't care. I don't care where you're from. You're from Jamaica, from Nigeria. You are here because of what folks did. Okay, so everybody gets a check for $22,000, right? I'm fine with that. I don't know about y'all. Give me a check and do the other stuff. The ADOS people, however, want to make sure that other black people don't get any money.
Who are not descendants of Africa. Yes.
Who are not descendants of those enslaved in chattel slavery.
Yes.
Because they'll get a bigger share. Okay. What is that? That's the whitest shit that you could say, right? I want reparations, but I want to make sure I get the most. So I want to deny you access by separating myself from you.
Yes.
And creating this kind of category.
Yes.
I'm going to take it a step further. Because I want this money so bad, I'm actually going to vilify you and demonize you and represent you as an enemy of African Americans, right? And so that is what the ADOS movement started getting into. But then here comes Tariq Nasheed, a grifter. I don't even bother talking about him. I've had my entanglements with him over the years. He's a non-factor. He means nothing. He's got a weave. Like, I just, you know, his white mother-in-law is always in his house. So for somebody who talks about, but anyway, he's trying to find a new grift because that's all he does. He just chases the grifts. He called himself a constitutional conservative for a while. I'm actually going to turn off. I'm going to shut down the Instagram because most people are over here anyway. So he latched on and decided to create the FBA, Foundational Black American.
Yes.
Citing his constitutional conservatism. So now all of a sudden he's a constitutional expert and he believes that Black people have rights under the Constitution because the Constitution was really about us. Anyway, this idea of being foundational, I'm like, foundational to what? Yeah, like somebody, you like a weave. Yeah, he has a weave. He wears a weave. So does Umar. Both of them have hair pieces.
Oh.
You know, that's not their real hairlines.
No.
No.
Oh, no.
No, not at all. So anyway, he comes up with this idea, and then they start calling immigrants and first generation folks tethers. Not even just first generation, second generation. If any of your grandparents are not African American, they call you a tether. Okay. So I guess I am a tether. So oh wait, hold on. Let me see. This is hold on. Who put this on here? Oh, Lord have mercy. No, I'm not signing into X. No, I don't want to sign into X. I was trying to pull up a picture of his in-laws. But anyway, so the foundational Black Americans, they are, so again, the problem with the language for me is what are you saying you're foundational to? Black people had nothing to do with the forming of this nation. We worked the land.
Yeah.
We built the structures, but we had nothing to do. We didn't draft the Constitution. We didn't draft the Declaration of Independence. We didn't draft any articles of the Confederacy. We didn't draft any. We didn't have nothing to do. The Federalist Papers. We didn't have nothing to do with this foundational think tanking and brain working to develop this nation. We didn't have shit to do with that. We were not part of the original government.
No, we weren't allowed to.
We didn't make any decisions. So what are you talking about? We're part of the foundation of this nation. But second of all, why would you want to be associated with that? What about, and the thing that gets me about ADOS and FBA is that they are proud to be Americans.
Very. They have a right to it.
And that shit is weird. I'm sorry, I just don't understand anybody in 2025 being proud to be an American citizen. Where's the pride?
I would
Dr. Hall, debate. You take, I'd say con, you say pro. Give me some reasons why somebody might be proud to be an American.
Oh, we're the greatest country in the world. We're the toughest, the smartest.
No, like real reasons.
Country in the world.
Let's forget the hyperbole.
Yeah.
Why might somebody be?
Yeah, it's the land of the free. We're the only country where a dream can be realized via capitalism and achievement.
The only country?
Yeah, the only country.
Well, what about Canada?
I mean, those stupid Canadians, nobody cares about them. America is
Wow.
And
Chat, I do not share that sentiment. Canadians, if you want to spam him, I get it. I didn't say that.
We're talking about why America is the greatest.
Oh, Canada.
USA. USA.
What is there to be proud of? Like, I don't understand.
We're number one. We're number one.
So anyway, I want people to understand that ADOS and FBA are a xenophobic movement. And it's not, and that's the thing, is that they really took a left turn. It could have just been about reparations and making sure that those who are the descendants of those who were enslaved in chattel slavery got some recompense because we deserve it, right? Fighting for, again, improved education, fighting for money to be invested in our schools, in housing, in, all in efforts to make sure that we can pursue the work that we want to pursue, the education that we want to pursue, those kinds of things like health issues, pouring money into combating and eradicating medical racism. Like, these are the kinds of things that will have long-term effects. Like, a check is cool. Give me my $22,000, but also I want to see those things.
You want to actually build infrastructure.
I want to build infrastructure. I want to make sure that we don't ever come back to this point, because that's what's happening right now. The reason that this is all able to happen is because we don't have that infrastructure. After the civil rights movement, they killed our leaders. After the Black Power movement, and they killed leaders, incarcerated leaders, turned people against each other. We have not had a movement like that until we get to the Black Lives Matter, which was a fucking op, because
Russia.
Them people made millions.
Russia.
And ran off with it. Did you notice that Sean King and his wife are now offering couples counseling? I mean, that man he's never met a grift or a scam that he could not take part of that. He could just say, no, not going to scam people.
I mean, how's it going to make money?
That man ran off with $34 million.
How's it going to make money?
Black Lives Matter disbanded. And then in 2018 and in 2020, George Floyd dies, and that they get $80 million for an organization that no longer exists. So where did all that money go?
Oh, no.
So that was an op.
Second, third home. I think I needed 2 homes.
Well, they did buy a $6 million house to shoot YouTube videos in. But anyway, that was a damn op, right? But again, we have not seen that kind of revolutionary vibe, sentiment, and things like that. Now, there are definitely people on the streets, on the ground. I know I'm one of them that are trying to bring about change in these different ways, where we're trying education, developing new programs, stopping gun violence, all these kinds of things. We're doing that. We need to get the money for those things. Syncova Summer School should be fully funded. I should be able to pay each one of my instructors at least $1,000 each. But I can't do that because I ain't got the money. But stuff like that, that's what I'm talking about in terms of reparation. Because what I'm trying to do is educate people. And when you educate people, you change their mind, you change their frame of mind. That's reparations to me.
America's #1 export is entertainment. You're supposed to entertain the people. See, that's where you're getting it wrong. You're trying to educate. Nobody wants to be educated. They want to be entertained. So if you do that, then you could be a personality like Tariq Nasheed, or Umar, and get people to pay for a school you'll never open.
The brother who was with Mike Brown was just shot and killed.
Yeah.
You guys can check out my Instagram. I do have a nice interview with Michael Brown's mother, Leslie McFadden. It's what are we doing?
What are we doing?
So to have them be about this so-called movement, but then to have it be xenophobic and hateful towards our first generation and our immigrants and things like that, that's not what Pan-Africanist liberation is about. That's not what it's about. That's not what we're about. Now, understand, and again, this has nuance, right, folks? And this is the longer term. So for those of you that are new to the show, I kind of like to do some, kind of quick hits and then do a deep dive into something. So that's what our deep dive is.
We are right now.
Kind of looking at these African Americans who are xenophobic, especially at this time when immigration is a thing. It's like the immigration issue is big.
Isn't that the masterstroke of white supremacy when it comes to who we are? Is that it has been so divisive amongst us, amongst brown people, amongst minoritized populations, amongst the marginalized. It requires us to infight and to think that we can only get up another level by sitting on the person next to us.
Crab, like they say, crabs in a barrel, right? Many of us grew up hearing that phrase, or we're just crabs in a barrel.
Right.
But there's the reason is because we've been forced to be, right? So again, my theory has always been that every ism is at its root about survival, right? Because if there's a limited amount of resources, you want to survive, you want to make sure that you get the most resources. And the only way you can do that as a human being is to convince yourself that the other people are not as worthy of it. And that's where isms come from. That's where racism and sexism and all that stuff is, because I have to convince myself,
us versus them,
that this person who's also hungry, who could use some of this food to survive,
they don't deserve it.
But that means that I will have less food.
Can't do it.
They don't deserve it. So that's where, to me, that's the root of isms. And so when we get into that space, the xenophobia comes up, and it just doesn't make sense to me, because they did this to us around the world, Dr. Hall. It's not just in the United States that this happened. And sometimes my folks across the diaspora need to be reminded of this, right? Nigerians will call us a kata, which is a stray cat. Like we just got lost somehow. No, we were actually stolen from the land that you're on, and your ancestors sold us, right? If we talk to the Ghanaians, I tell them all the time, the Benin folks from Benin, like your ancestors were responsible for 20% of us being trafficked.
Yeah.
And that's a truth.
Yeah.
And I know some folks will say, oh, because slavery was different and that. No. They knew exactly what they were doing. Yes, it was.
It was profitable.
But it was profitable. And they knew exactly what they were doing. They knew that they were selling us to Europeans, and that Europeans were taking us to these new lands. How did they know? Because some people went back and told them. You don't have to believe me. I only have a PhD in this.
Yeah.
And so we have to talk about these diaspora issues, because my Nigerian and Ghanaian and Sierra Leonean people, you all suffer because of the colonialism that trafficked us.
Yes.
And then your ancestors were also trafficked to South Africa. South Africa, honestly, South Africans are most aligned, and I would say even Botswanans are most aligned with what the African American experience was, right? And so, when I learned about the tensions between Nigerians and South Africans, I was like, oh, this is ridiculous. What are y'all doing?
But also,
you're waving a green and white flag and calling yourself Nigerian. And where does the name Nigeria come from? Your people didn't come up with that. That's a cracker name. That's a colonized name for this nation. You know what it means? Land of black people.
The blacks.
You're wearing a European wig that is sitting 4 inches above your head.
Colonial.
And you talking about, I'm proud to be Nigerian.
They legitimized.
The country is called Land of the Black People.
Yeah.
Anyway, y'all are colonized too. But anyway, that's the nuance that we have to discuss, because the way, unfortunately, the United States has exported blackness as its cultural product, its greatest cultural product, right?
Anti-blackness and black entertainment and black.
Right. So black cool and anti-blackness, all right, are the two biggest.
They're intertwined.
Right, exactly, right?
That's why it's okay
So,
if they call themselves the N-words in the music.
So we'll give you Beyonce.
Yeah.
We'll give you the lore of that.
Rap music, football, we'll give you.
Football, rock music, I mean, jazz, everything.
Yeah.
Everything, right?
It's one thing we do well, entertain.
Right.
And administrate. We also.
You're talking, Let's not forget all the Africans who have denied their African spiritual practices for Christianity and other Abrahamic religions. Absolutely, that is all colonization. If you are from Nigeria and you are praying to Jesus Christ, you are colonized. Please understand that. I mean, you can be, it's okay. You want to hold on to Jesus, because I know niggas ain't never letting Jesus go, but that is a result of colonization. Or if you are praying 5 times a day, that is a result of colonization, because the Arabs were trafficking us first. So if you're Muslim, it's because of the Arab trafficking. And if you are Christian, it's because of the European trafficking. We need to accept these realities, that it happened across the world, Dr. Hall. That's all I'm saying.
They're uncomfortable realities.
So if it happened
I feel helpless
to the Inuit blacks, going to have me some beans on toast, the British, y'all ain't British, you're African.
Oh.
The Jamaicans and the Patois, yeah, you're hungry. Okay, you're still colonized. You're African.
Oh.
Jamaica ain't the name of that land.
Oh.
You're from Brooklyn. You're from Brooklyn. They say, my mom is from Grenada. I'm not American. I'm Grenadian. You were born in fucking Woodhull Hospital.
They have a cultural identity they want to maintain. And I can understand a desire to keep that.
It's anti-African Americanness, because you want to hold on to a heritage because you were taught that we have no culture. Yet your family came here because they wanted a better life.
That was afforded by the struggles of Black Americans.
Of our people. Haitian, Grenadian, Jamaican, Trinidadian. None of you could come here.
Yeah.
Were it not for the blood spilled.
Yeah.
By 20 generations of African Americans. So at what point do we just stop the bullshit and the separation of things? You descended of slavery, you're foundational, you're first generation, you're foreign, you're this, you're that. At what point do we stop the bullshit? They hate us all.
Yeah.
Ain't none of us better than another. And I think about this a lot as someone in higher education who is watching a new model minority be created among West Africans. They've already stolen the Asians. They've already convinced the Asians that they are white. And they already used them. They are picking out another model minority, and it is primarily Nigerian and Ghanaian people, and some Ethiopian.
Well, they do it the right way.
Okay. This is the thing. They're bringing in the same thing that they did with Asians, where they would only allow doctors, chemists, engineers, and things to come in. They're starting to do that with folks from West Africa when you're applying to come here. So, I went to school with folks who were born here, but their parents were from Nigeria or Ghana. But what do your parents do? Oh, my dad's he's a psychologist, and my mom's a surgeon. Oh, that's why they let you in. And so they've been creating this model minority so that they can say, oh, well, yes, the University of Pennsylvania, I'm going to use that because that is my alma mater. Well, yeah, we have 5% Black people.
Yes.
And in 20 years, we're still going to have 5% Black people.
Yes.
But in 20 years, it's going to be half of those people are going to be from other countries.
Yes.
Because we still have Black people.
They're Black.
They're still Black. But guess what? They're paying full price.
Yes, they have to. They're international.
So we can offer low-income families, people who make less than $200,000, we can offer you free tuition because we've got the Nigerian kids and the Ghanaian kids.
Yes.
And the South African kids. And the Dominican Republic. I just had a student last year whose father is one of the top OBGYN. She said the top OBGYN in Dominican Republic and is paying full price to come here. That's what they want. So in order to make that happen, they have to create this division, right? You buy into it because maybe you've experienced individual harm. Now, I've had some families say, well, you know, when I was growing up, they called me an African booty scratcher.
Yeah.
I remember that. That was messed up. It shouldn't have happened. You know why it happened? Because they also colonized us into believing that Africans were a problem.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
your
family told you that you could never marry one of us. Told you that we were lazy, that we were criminals, that we were drug addicts.
Yeah.
That we had all the opportunity in the world and we just let it squander away because we're lazy African Americans.
Yeah.
So it was happening both ways.
In both directions, yes. Because,
so when do we stop this?
If those groups got together, they might have power. And do we need that? We don't need that. We don't need them working together.
Because if we did,
the status quo.
Right. We're so busy trying to step on each other as we're crabs trying to crawl out of this barrel that we can't fight the white supremacy that has plagued the entire world.
Yes.
And I'm just like, how do y'all not see this shit? They model minoritized Asians. They damn near eradicated natives, but they still managed to convince them to hate us. I'm sorry, but like I see a lot of native activists online and I'm like, you know damn well you still ain't taking a nigga home. You can't. You can't take one of us home. We will not be welcomed amongst your family. And that's the reality. Okay? So when African Americans kind of feel boxed in or like we're against the wall, they lash out. Some people will lash out in the way that Yvette Carnell and others have. They're like, look, we are tired of it. So again, I get that. But then folks come here and then we get a Patrick Dorisman, we get an Amadou Diallo, we get a Abner Louima, we get these people, these big profile, like major profile folks who were subjected to severe police brutality or death.
Yeah.
Who are not from here.
Right.
Because they don't care.
Ultimately, you're black.
They're not looking at you like, oh, it might be an Haitian.
Might be.
You a nigga.
Might be one of the good ones.
They're actually from Nigeria. So leave them. Nah, you a nigga.
I believe that the Supreme Court just said that it's the price of doing business in America that you might be treated poorly. But it's a brief and unobtrusive question to ask you about your status. So, you know, what are you going to do?
Relaxers are coming back.
No.
Listen, we are completely colonized, and it is so sad.
I mean,
sisters could do whatever they want to do with their head. Shut the. No, you can't. You're choosing to do this, and you're making excuses. Yes, I believe in autonomy and people being able to choose whatever they want, but if you don't damn near acknowledge that it's because you are colonized, because you're getting married and you've been natural all year, but when you get married or you go to your friend's wedding, you straighten your hair so you can look elegant.
Oh.
That is a colonized mind.
White is right.
White man's ice is colder.
Colder.
So cold.
Yeah, you want it. It's better.
We got a Nigerian American man in Florida right now comparing getting vaccines to slavery. Mandating vaccines to slavery.
Uninformed decisions. The parents should be in charge. There's no reason for a mandate. It's not like anybody remembers how bad it got when rubella was taking people out.
You can't say nothing about African American culture when you sitting there bowing down and praying to Jesus with a European silky wig. No.
I actually just read Code Blue, which was a book about how essentially pharmaceutical companies and the medical infrastructure took over how medicine works in this country.
Mhm.
And it was a very fascinating read, particularly as you look at, like, I was reading it as RFK was in front of the Senate and as the mandate was being lifted in Florida. And it made me really wonder, like, if those powers that be are who are behind how we think of medicine in this country, why are they allowing this? I mean, some of it's because they also don't want to pay for care. So some of these things allow them to opt out of paying for types of care in certain regions. But it still shoots them in the foot to not have, say, Medicaid dollars, or to not have, research that they use to innovate and to create all these pharmaceutical drugs that they make all this money off of. Like, they kind of have built their whole thing off the infrastructure that governmental assistance has created, and yet for some reason he's being allowed to pull the plug on all of it, and that to me is strange. I can't make sense of that.
Yeah. All right, y'all. I was ranting a little bit. It's 8:30. We've been here for an hour and a half. I know you look like you're still in your office. You probably gotta go home. I appreciate you always popping in.
Yeah.
I actually wasn't planning on you being here, but you said you was down, so you're down. Folks in the chat, did he do okay? 1, he did okay. 2, he should never come back again.
Oh wow, never come back
again. I love you all so very much. I was streaming to Facebook today too for the first time. Well, not the first time, maybe the second time. Trying to see how this goes, see how folks, connect with me. If you have not subscribed to my channel, my YouTube, this is my YouTube. You got to subscribe, y'all. Again, I'm trying to get monetized. They ain't gonna monetize me with the cussing, but they monetize me based on how many subscribers, how many people, hours watched, things like that. So I'm actually at the place of being able to apply for monetization. So please subscribe to this channel, like this video. It does affect the algorithm. So if you have not liked it already, share it with people. Remember that when you go to YouTube, you have to click where it says live. That's where all my videos are. The main videos are ones if I do clips or I do recorded things. But if you want to see the lives, if you missed it, you didn't get here at the beginning, you want to watch it again, then go to the lives, share it with people, let them know what we're talking about. I really appreciate you all. You can use my content. You can take it. You can screen record and share and stuff. Don't share me being drunk though. Like if I've been drinking or I get high, don't do that to me.
Don't
but share a little bit. You got a lot of ones. They saying they want you to come back.
I'm allowed to stick around. Dr. T and Dr. H.
Well, we gotta model Black people getting along.
Yes. To show them it can be done.
I'm on the East Coast, you in the Midwest.
Yeah. I'm a man.
We gotta work the folks. What's been up with you? How's things? Like we didn't even really get.
No, we didn't do that part. It's fine. Everything's fine. Like I said, I'm not feeling well, but I'll feel better soon.
That's all you said was you're not feeling well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Otherwise, business is good.
Business is good.
Yeah.
Okay. You're being a good therapist.
Anything
you want to plug for folks? Anything you want to let people know that you're doing?
Nothing major. I'm doing a Black men's group every month. If you're in the city of Cincinnati and you're available on September 27th at 1 p.m. and you're a Black man and want to connect with other Black men, you can find it on my website, psychworksllc.com, to sign up for that, or you can just show up and we will welcome you. I do that every month.
And it's $40, right?
Yes, $40. But we don't really we have scholarships if money's a problem. We want to get the help and support. You can use insurance for it.
It's open to cis and trans men, right?
Yep, absolutely.
Queer men?
Yes, absolutely.
Young men, old men?
Young men, old men. We do not discriminate in any way. If you need help from other Black men, we are there for you. So,
that's love.
Yeah.
You're doing some good stuff.
I'm trying my best in a crazy mixed up world.
Yeah. I'm gonna holler at you. Just so y'all know, I've been chatting with Dr. Hall about a women's group that I would like to assist with possibly. And that might take me out to Cincinnati, once a month to be able to help out with that kind of thing. So we'll see. We're going to talk some more. We're going to see about what the possibilities are for something like that.
Sure.
So, but we love you all very much. We really appreciate this. Every Tuesday, 7 p.m. I'm sticking with it. We did have a pop-up on Friday. I think I was at home. So again, make sure you turn notifications on for my channel. Make sure you add me to your favorites, all that great stuff so that you never miss Political Theater with Dr. T. I love you all very much. Take care and be blessed, or whatever. Whatever the Christians say, Sure.